Welcome everybody to the Stuart Buzz. Hello, Wendy. How are you today?
Hello, Chris.
So today's topic is going to be law enforcement and the disrespect of that law enforcement job. Now, I know a few police officers, and I also know, and I watch on this YouTube thing, of people being pulled over and then them thinking they're entitled, that they do not need to show the police officer. And you know what? And you get pulled over for a DUI or like some sort of thing like that, and they say, I don't need to take that test.
Look on the back of your license. Yes, you do.
So you have something that you're pressing to say.
Yes, because I just saw this the other day. I was watching one of the YouTube videos, and there was a lady that got pulled over, and she started filming it, and she only rolled her window down just a crack.
Yeah, right. And I don't understand that either.
What the hell? Treat them with a little respect, like a human being.
Yeah, they're not going to shoot you.
Jesus. Anyway, so she wouldn't roll down her window, nor would she provide her driver's license or registration, anything like that. And then you know what happened to her after probably about an hour standing?
She got arrested.
She got arrested because she did not follow a lawful order of law enforcement.
A lawful order.
A lawful order.
So when I was a kid, I'm 63 years old now. When I was a kid and a police officer came around, you listened to that police officer.
Oh, yeah.
You even had the fear that a police officer is driving down your block. You're like, what happened? Who did something wrong?
Yeah.
So you had that fear. There's no fear anymore. There's like, this guy can't touch me.
Exactly.
This guy has no jurisdiction over me. Granted, if you didn't do anything wrong, then there's no problem. But you know what?
Exactly.
Even if I didn't do anything wrong, and a police officer said, hey, what are you doing? We're going to say, hey, we're hanging out on the corner.
Right.
And that's what you did when you were a kid. You hung out on the corner.
Yes.
But now they literally say to the police officer, both men and women, it's none of your business.
Yeah.
So so when you get pulled over and then they say, do you know why I pulled you over? Which I must say is a trick of law enforcement, by the way.
Right.
So you confess before they even say anything.
True.
So, but now people
I wonder what my son says.
people seem to be wise to that. And they say, no, officer, why? You were speeding. No, I was not.
There was three other people in front of me doing the same
speed limit. Why did you pick me? Is it because I'm black? Is it because I'm brown? Is it because whatever? I have long hair. I have short hair.
Yeah.
Is it because I'm a Gen Z? Is it because whatever the reason may be? Is it fat because I'm skinny? Is it like, and then they come up with these half-assed reasons why you pulled them over and not Joey that was right in front of him doing the same speed. Well, you got to pull somebody over. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're the ass that got pulled over this time.
Yeah.
But you're also the ass that's giving the guy a hard time and saying, yes, officer, I was speeding. Mm-hmm. I apologize. I had to go from point A to point B. My mother has the flu, whatever you want to say. But I mean, seriously, why disrespect somebody that has to get up every day, go to work, put a bulletproof vest on, and has to go through things and listen to these people and the problems that they have to go through? Now, I want to explain one more thing to you. So when they have to go to the domestic disputes, they have to deal with a lot of drama, okay?
Oh, man.
And not only that, but what happens if this police officer had a disagreement with his wife or her husband or one of their kids? They're human as well.
Absolutely.
So you're treating these people like they're inhuman.
Yep.
You're treating them like they should have no feelings. Yeah, they should be conditioned to be able to deal with that, yes, but they are also human beings. And the way I see them being treated, even on the YouTube sites that they have, they stand on the sidewalks and they take pictures of banks. These guys that are looking for views, okay, they do this on purpose to try to push the buttons of the bank owner, and they say, well, we're on a public area, we have a right to do this. Yeah, okay, you do have a right to do this.
But you're being nefarious too. The intention behind it is.
They're instigating something. And you know what? The police officers, and you know what they say? officer, you have no, you're released. You're dismissed. Go away from me.
Yeah.
I'm legally here. I have a legal right to do this. According to the amendment, I'm allowed. I'm a part of the press. Well, no, you're not. You're some moron with the camera.
So let me
right.
ask y'all what happens when you treat these law enforcement officers like garbage, and then all of a sudden you find yourself needing them. And who do you call when you're in trouble? Who
Yeah,
are you gonna call?
they'll
You're not
never
calling
admit that.
Ghostbusters. Well, maybe
Today you can.
yeah, you can.
But I mean, they probably will never even agree that they need them.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, they're not going to say, "Oh, I need a
yeah,
police
you're
officer."
right.
Now they wanted to defund the police and
yeah,
put in social workers instead.
Oh,
That's a great idea.
Yeah, because the state of Florida lost 15,000 children in 1 year.
Yeah,
Social work. Oh my.
so they want to call in social workers. So Johnny's getting beat up, right? Let's call in a social worker to find out why Johnny's getting beat up. Not a good idea, guys. I think it's really wrong. But the whole idea is, why do you want to become a police officer today when you know you're going to be disrespected, when you know that the backup, your hands are literally tied,
Yeah.
like your son.
Yeah, I was
His
just thinking-
hands have got to be tied.
Oh, for sure. He's got a
certain circumstances that he can't touch anything.
Yeah.
For instance, we'll just go into the illegal alien thing for a minute. Are you aware a law enforcement officer isn't really allowed to touch an illegal alien for being an illegal alien? They have to actually connect to ICE. They're trying to start to work together now.
Oh, yeah, I did hear something about that. They were gonna, yeah.
They're trying to work together now, but I mean, in the past, it was always, you can't touch them. I happen to know when I lived in New York, there was somebody who didn't even speak English. He was driving a car and he literally hit me. I was walking. It was in the snow. He slid right into me. So I, of course, me being me, I stopped him, held him, called the police, waited for the police, and held him by his shirt.
He tried to leave it after hitting you?
Yeah, and then I said to the police officer who spoke Spanish at the time, and I said to the police officer who was bilingual that this person hit me. So she spoke to the driver in Spanish. The next thing I see is the driver walking away. I said, why is this guy walking away? In 15 minutes, he's going to come back and get his car. She said, no, he won't get his car. He promised me that.
Oh, okay.
So I waited. I did. I waited. He came back and he got his car.
Of course he did.
And I don't know. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know what she said to him. But yeah, he went and got his car.
So
And
nothing happened to him for hitting you?
No, I didn't get run over and my arms or legs broken or anything
But
like that.
regardless,
But he did tap into me.
that might
What are your thoughts on the whole idea of the disrespect of the police officers? I'm going to get back to that in a minute. And give me 1 second because you're going to go into the store. I'll be right with you. And so what I was getting to, and it's important because I really do believe that it warrants the respect. Now here it is. When you become a police officer, you should be proud. People should acknowledge that you're a police officer. People should respect that you're a police officer. You get pulled over, yes, sir. How can I help you? Okay, and then if you were speeding, I'm sorry, I was speeding, or you can deny that you were speeding because you can always fight it in court. But there's no reason to get onto your high horse and think that you're a lawyer and stuff. Even if you are a lawyer, you got pulled over, deal with it. Fight it in court if you think you're right. the guy doesn't want to hear all sorts of stupid jargon that you're going to say. It's just annoying to me. There was a guy that used to drive a big RV. I'm not even going to say what kind of RV it was, but he took every moment to try to break the law. He was an older man, and he tried to break the law because he thought that he was cool that way and that he can get away with it. He thought he knew the law. Well, it turns out that he doesn't very well know the law because he's broken the law numerous times. Well, it really kicked back on him. And I got to tell you, don't respect law enforcement. I got a shout out to Martin County in Florida. Martin County in Stuart, Florida, the Stuart Police Department, absolutely amazing. They do a fantastic job. And I got to tell you, every time I see a police officer, I shake their hand and say, thank you for your service. And if I need them, I'm hoping that they will be there. And the way I know them, they will be there. It's really weird because I also speak with a police officer in Hollywood, Florida. And I told him where I live, and I spoke about the police in Martin County. And he said, well, Martin County is a special place, and they have some reputation because the courts back them. Everybody backs the police in Martin County. Why don't they do that everywhere? Which is confusing to me as to why they don't do it everywhere. I want to know what you think about law enforcement. Yeah, you got some bad eggs. You got some bad people in law enforcement. But the majority of the police officers are amazing. The majority of the police officers are special people that want to help, that go above and beyond. I don't understand why you want to disrespect them. If they pull you over, respect them. You don't have to fight tooth and nail that you think you know the law. Even if you know the law, you got pulled over, do something about it. Go to court if you think you're right. If you don't think you're right, pay the ticket and move on. Don't be a pain in the ass. It's just the way it is. So I'd love your opinion. I want to know what you think about law enforcement in your town. I know there's many people out there that don't like the law enforcement in their town. And the final thoughts are going to be with Wendy, what she's going to think about the law enforcement. I know the law enforcement in Martin County is amazing. She has 2 people in her family who are in law enforcement, and I would just love to be able to hear what she thinks about the people in law enforcement, and then we can close it up. But what the heck was that?
it was my vape.
What was it?
My vape, it rolled way over there.
Speaking of law enforcement, somebody grab a hold of Wendy because she has vapes beyond vapes. So, Wendy, I was just saying about the law enforcement and how good Martin County is in law enforcement, but your final thoughts on law enforcement, because I did ask her to comment below on their town and their city, and what they think about their law enforcement and whether or not they support them or don't support them. I want to hear it both ways, guys. I want you to tell us what you think.
And why?
And why what?
Why they support or don't support.
That's true. But a few stories you might have heard from your son or your dad before we close out.
Oh.
All right, good job. So this is why we have Wendy here, because she's so full. And by the way, this topic was Wendy's topic.
My idea. And I'm such a bad storyteller. I mean, I've got tons of stories. As soon as we get off the air, I'll be blabbing them all over the place.
Yeah, but what good is that, Wendy? How does that help us?
Good.
How does that help us? How does that help us even have anybody have views? So your dad never came home with a story. And
Oh no, no, definitely not when I was younger. He never came home with a story. But when
you're
as I
pretty
got
damn old
older,
right now.
yes, he had lots of stories. But my son, he he did. Now you made me forget. He did tell me a story.
I made you
Oh,
forget.
yes.
I made you.
So
I
domestic violence.
made her forget.
Yes, he did. Domestic violence. You want to talk about a big problem? That's one of the main calls that my son goes to in Ocala is for domestic violence.
And nobody wants to touch those. Trust me.
No, and the biggest problem with them is that when he's going there, he has really, and any law enforcement that goes to domestic violence, the batterer will also turn on the law enforcement because they're now arresting the batterer.
Sometimes it's easier to just arrest both of them.
Both of them. I mean, yes, exactly. But yeah, he did. He went to a domestic violence call once where the wife came after him and he literally had to ward her off at gunpoint because he was the only one there. His backup hadn't gotten there yet.
Well.
He had to say, stay right there, at gunpoint.
That-
And she was coming after him because he was arresting her husband
That's insane, though. Like, where are you? What?
out of her.
Like, okay, he's a police officer. Respect what he's doing. Take it up in court. That's the best way to do it. Don't you
Yeah.
agree?
Absolutely.
Take it up in court. If you think you're right, enough
Yep.
to try to beat up a police officer, fight it in court. Because if you beat up the police officer, you dumbass,
You're getting
you're
another
going
charge.
to you're going to jail.
Yeah.
Hello, wake up, guys.
Even if you resist.
Yeah, I mean, if you get pulled over, get the ticket. You don't believe in the ticket, fight it in court.
And if you don't want to give up your driver's license and you don't want to get pulled over, then stop driving.
Yeah, I mean, everybody thinks that, driving is a right.
No,
I think it's a privilege.
It's a definitely.
That's the way
privilege.
I think of things. It's a privilege to be able to get a license and to drive. That's just the way it is. It's not a right. I mean, this whole the world has just gone mad, to be honest with you. Now, there's no respect of police officers.
Come on.
There's no respect of judges. I mean, look, I think somebody just went by a judge's house and just shot them. It's just like really.
The respect for human beings.
I mean, you shoot police officers now. Who ever even heard of that stuff? And you know what? And people wonder why Trump is sending military to fix like Chicago or to fix Oregon or to fix the places that he needs to fix because
Out of control.
nobody's respecting the police
No.
officers.
It's disgusting.
And
it really is.
and the police officers sometimes
You remember when you're in kindergarten? They're there to help us.
right, but the police officers now are sort of nervous. I don't want to do this because am I going to get in trouble for this? Because some of their superiors are going to be like, why did you do that?
Oh, absolutely.
Why did you do that? And that's why some of their hands are tied.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't know why anybody wouldn't want the job anymore, other than you can retiring in 20-something years.
Yeah.
And back in the day when I was a kid, you became a police officer at 19. You retired 20 years later. You moved to Florida. And then you lived like a king, right?
Yeah.
Or a queen. But now, since Florida is no longer the place to move to because it's just as expensive as New York,
And it's hot here.
it's supposed to be hot. It's Florida.
Florida's hot.
It's supposed to be hot. Where were you born?
Florida.
Okay, so shut up, all right? Really now.
I love you.
Come on, really. It's Florida. It's supposed to be hot.
Yeah, but
So-
come on, give us a break sometimes. Okay, go ahead.
It is. It gets 40 degrees in the winter, but we're getting off topic.
I know
we
we
don't
are.
want to get off topic because then the computer is going to tell me I'm off topic.
Okay.
It does. It
It
says
does?
it says you're getting off topic. You're a dumbass. So now then I have to yell at the computer like somebody would yell at a cop. Hey, wait a minute now.
Wait a minute.
I know. Here, look at this piece of paper. This is why I went off topic, as Wendy did. It's not
story
my
of my
fault.
life.
So I was watching something on YouTube, right? And the cop pulled the dude over. And the dude said, well, I don't have a license. Because the police officer, let me finish. The police officer said, I need your license and registration. He goes, I don't have a license. He goes, well, what do you mean you don't have a license? He goes, I identify as a cat.
Shut.
This is true. This is true.
Door.
This is true. I identify as a cat. So this cop was absolutely amazing. This cop then said, well, who's the person next to you? He goes, well, that's my owner. He goes, well, I just assumed that he was your gay partner. He goes, well, you can't assume that. I'm a cat. This is my owner.
Is going on.
So this guy that's beyond the steering wheel, he's a heavy-set, hairy dude, right? And the police officer looks at him and said, okay, so you got two choices. You give me a license or registration, or I call animal control. Because the last time I looked, a cat is not able to drive.
Oh,
and
yeah.
what they'll do is they'll pick you up. They'll take you to where animal control takes you.
They really will.
Yeah, they'll take you there. They'll give you a rabies shot.
And they'll put you in a little tiny kennel.
They'll put you in there. And they may even neuter or spade you.
Yeah.
Okay? And then you're going to have to pay money. You have that choice as well. Do you want that? And I can call them right now. The guy looked in fear at his friend. He goes, what do I do? What do I do? And the guy that was next to him said, I don't know. Do what you want. He goes, really? You're not going to help me out? So the cop, because that's true. If you identify as a cat, you're not allowed to drive.
No, you don't have to drive.
Cats don't drive. No. The last I looked, I've never seen a cat drive. No. I've seen a dog drive, and that was on a commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, they drive. My dog probably drives. The cat can't drive, sorry.
No.
But if anybody's seen that.
Brian can drive on Family Guy.
I don't watch Family Guy. I watch Family Feud.
I don't watch Family Guy, though.
But listen, do me a favor. Support your locals.
Please.
Support your local police department and say thank you to the people that actually go out of their way, put their lives on the line to help you, because you're going to need them. At one point in your life, you will need them.
Yep.
And if you think you don't and you're invincible, just wait, because you're going to see. Any last words for you?
No. But don't forget the firefighters and the paramedics, too.
That's true. So they get shot at, too.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Which is like, what the hell is this world turning into? So
I don't even know.
Just one more thing. Back in the 60s, when everybody's going to say, everybody protested, everybody was also running around naked and kissing each other.
Yeah, smoking a lot of weed.
It was flower children that calmed down. But that's what they were called. So they weren't violent.
Yeah, it was make love, not war.
Right.
It wasn't violent.
Yeah, that's right. You're not even that age. I wonder how you know that. But so I just don't understand how we got from make love and not war to everybody hating each other. And it is.
It is.
Literally, this world right now is us against them.
Yes.
Now, I'm not talking about Republicans versus Democrats. I'm just talking about...
Could be your neighbor against you. I mean...
It's this certain type of people.
Yeah.
Which, actually, it's funny because when you watch the news, they talk as MAGA as people. When it's an actual phrase, you boneheads, you morons on MSNBC and the Morning Joe. God, if I got a hold of that dude, I would tell him, like, you stupid
We're calling you
moron.
out.
Do you know what MAGA even stands for? To make America great again. What's wrong with that statement?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Why wouldn't you want to make America great again?
You want to know why? Because they're the ones that have been sitting in Congress for hundreds of years and not giving up the
Right.
damn seat.
Term limits, Schumer. It's time for you to retire. When you start shitting your pants, that means you have to retire. When
Come
you
on.
start wearing your glasses right here and you can't see anything else, Pelosi, really? It's time to go.
Yes.
80 something years old, for God's sakes. I'd stop wearing Depends while you're at freaking trying to. These people are annoying me.
Oh, I know.
Term limits. Term
disgusting.
freaking limits. My microphones are probably not even working because you're pissing me off now. Not you, by the way. It's just
No,
the people that literally you go in making $30,000 a year. You come out making. I googled what
I'm
Schumer
wondering.
makes.
Yeah.
And he makes $175,000 a year. All right, and literally the dude
What?
is a complete moron. All right, and if you think you're not a moron,
That's when you really are.
answer me on here. All right, because you're a moron. Newsom, quit your podcast and get to work.
Moron.
All right, because you're not a kid. You're trying to act like a kid, trying to be really cool with the young kids.
Oh, because
you
that's
know?
what Trump did.
Yeah, but I'm old. Trump's old. I'm not saying Trump's not a moron.
No.
Because you know he acts like a moron lots of times. Trust me.
Times, yes.
But Newsom, really, you're all pretty boy and everything, and that's great. But you're supposed to be working. You're not on your podcast. See, this is my job. I have a business over there, and I'm allowed to have a podcast. I don't work for the people.
No.
All right.
Civil servant.
I work with the people,
They're
and
civil servants, aren't they?
they are. So
Look that up.
Why
What
do you
does
have a
that mean?
podcast? Why do you have a podcast? And Schumer, it's time. 7,000 years in the same job. It's time to retire. Get yourself a little cake, cut it, and make sure it's gluten free because I'm sure you probably have some
Open it
digestive
up.
issues by now.
Yes, definitely.
Right. I mean, you don't even see Biden anymore.
Oh, he's a.
Oh no, he's hidden somewhere in some sort of like.
Somebody gave up on that puppet.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
Puppet master.
But thanks for listening to our rants.
Yes, thank you.
I'd love for you to comment below on what you think, and if you disagree with us, I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
you can
comment
just
though.
write it right below the comments. Is right. Hey, listen, I disagree with you. I don't think that we should have term limits, and explain why we shouldn't have term limits. Or I disagree with you. I don't think we respect the cops. I'd like to know why you think that we should not respect the cops, because honestly, I can agree to disagree with you. I have lots of friends who are Democrats. I have lots of friends who are Republicans. I have lots of friends who are atheists. I have lots of friends who are Wiccan. I have lots of friends who are Catholics. I have lots of friends who are Christian. I have lots of friends that agree to disagree.
Correct.
I mean,
Yeah.
if I had the chance, I'd fire Wendy's ass. I mean, for God's
fire
sakes. I mean,
him.
no, I'm only kidding. I love her very much. She's the wife I never wanted. So, I mean, seriously.
But if you had a bad experience with a police officer or deputy sheriff or somebody, don't take it out on the whole bunch of them.
Right, they're not all that way.
They're not all that way.
So,
Trust me.
and if
I
you
raised a
did,
good-
I want to know about it.
Yeah.
Just tell us about it because, yesterday I had an issue with parking outside. A cop came within 3 minutes of me calling and took care of the issue.
Yeah.
And you know what? I needed him. He was there.
Yeah.
So don't be a hypocrite when you start bashing cops and then need him
Right.
and then say, oh, thank you, officer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, we're going. You have a blessed day. Talk to you soon.
Toodaloo.